Well, hello there folks, and welcome back to the kitchen build part 2. So last week went really well, really pleased with getting the main structure up for the actual kitchen itself. So I've got another couple of days off, so I was really wanting to get into the woods and get the table sorted and try and get that side of things done. So once we're actually over at the shelter, I'm going to show you the plan for today, exactly what we're going to be doing, and hopefully we'll get that done over the next 2 days. Still going to be camping, so I'm not staying in the shelter, still not fixed the bed, so I need to get that done over the next 2 days as well. So I'm going to be setting up a tent just now, which I'm really looking forward to. Just love camping in the woods, it's so much fun. So we'll get the shelter set up just now, and then we'll go over and get on with some work. So the tent I'm going to be using for the next couple of days is the one that was gifted to me from Nightcat Outdoors. And I've not actually stayed in it as yet, but I have done a gear review on it. So again, I'll put a link up to the gear review video just there on the right hand side. So really looking forward to actually getting out and staying overnight in it and putting it through its paces. But it's quite a calm night tonight, so I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. But it's actually very simplistic to put up, which I'll show you just now. That's it. So quick. It really is so quick. So what I'm going to do at the moment is I'm just going to peg everything out properly and actually just put in all the guy lines, etc. But really nice tent. And the other great thing about this is I can actually have both sides open. So as I said, if I do get too hot tonight. So I'm just going to get this set up and then I'll hook up yours. Okay, so the plans for the next couple of days, I'm wanting to try and make this frame as solid as possible so that it can't fall over. So I'm going to be putting braces, and I'm going to be doing braces on every single corner. So I'm going to be cutting out 8 sections just now, just for putting in there, and that'll just hold the structure together. Now I'm going to do that before I do any of the table, because within the table itself I'm going to be cutting sections and also drilling sections. So I really want to make sure that everything's as solid as possible before I do anything else. So it's going to be really good. Hopefully by the end of the 2 days we're going to have the frame for the table up, conceivably the top, but we'll just wait and see. And again, we're going to have to sort of dig down the sort of main beams for the actual table, and then it'll be a case of hopefully in the next video we'll get the roof on, we'll get the moss on, and get the complete kitchen finished off, and then we'll have a wee special meal, which I'm really looking forward to. So what we're going to do just now is I'm just going to cut all the sections, get them all measured up, and we'll get the structure all solid. What I've also done there is I've actually cut, when I've been cutting it, I've cut it at an angle, and then it's basically a case of I've made this one as a template, and that's going to give me the the right angles for all the rest of them. And then with that one, I'll just do the same thing again all the way along the line. Okay, so let's get this on. Okay, one thing you'll notice there is I put nails in. That's how concerned I am about this falling over again. Basically, I mean, as I said, I was really concerned last time I came, just in case I'd hurt anybody, or when the shelter had collapsed, whether there was a dog there or not, because I quite often find people are in here with dogs and things like that as well. So I just want to make sure. So it was a big sort of decision to actually try and go, right, do I try and whittle pegs and try and do it, but I just need this to be solid, so I'm going to go nails instead. And again, spoken to the Forestry Commission last time about natural resources and all that sort of things as well, but again, I'm confident we just want to have this solid. So as I said, just going to put in the other sections just now. That's made a big difference to it. So again, we'll just get this all finished off. So that's all the supports in. And again, as I said, hopefully it's just going to make it more rigid. Certainly it doesn't really move around, or it moves around as one piece. So again, if you look at it from the front there, it's just going to be much more solid. Torn about the nails, but I do think it is going to be best to have them in just to make sure that it doesn't move around. But it does actually look well smart as well. So again, much more rigid, which is the whole aim. And as I said, that's just cut wedges off all the pieces. Well, I'm not going to lie, that actually took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. It's just a case of getting the right wood. Again, a lot of the bits that I was actually using was a bit sort of rotten and things like that as well, so just ended up having to go back up and get sort of better resources, better materials. But no, that's sort of solid enough. So I'm just going to do a little bit of housekeeping at the moment, more than anything at the actual shelter. So what I'm going to do, I'll take you over to the garden just now. This is going to absolutely blow you away. I can't believe the difference between this week and last week. So let's go round just now and we'll have a little look. So this is literally in the space of a week. So potato plants a lot bigger, and again the shoots a lot more. So really pleased. But what I am going to do just now, I'm going to remove the string. I think the new gravity fence is actually tall enough that the string I don't think is needed anymore. And then as I said, I'm going to put some new compost on the potatoes, and then that'll be us. Right, on to the next chore. Just topping everything up for the birds. So just put a flat bolt on the top and then one on the bottom as well. Well, I'm just watching the bird table and already there's birds on it. It does great, and as I said, it does mean I really do need to try and come up at least sort of twice a week just to sort of replenish all the mealworm and fat balls, because they obviously enjoy it. But it's really nice, but now it's time to relax for me as well though. So it's just going to be a case of a little 5-minute chill out, and then it's going to be a case of getting dinner on. And I've got stir fry for dinner tonight, so really looking forward to it, really hungry. So I said I'll hook up with you just in a wee minute. And this is just the straight wok noodles. Well, I have to say, I hope this tastes as good as it smells. Wow. I just had a fancy. I have to say, those straight to wok noodles are just absolutely brilliant. So simple. But no, that was really, really nice. And nice and filling as well. And give me lots of energy for tomorrow. So, as I said, I arrived out quite late today. So I didn't really get much in the way of work done. So tomorrow is going to be a full-on day. So it is going to be a case of get up really, really early. And I said, I just want to have the structure of the table sorted. So I'm just going to sit, finish this, and then I'll hook up these. This is just my favourite time of night. It really is. When you come away camping, it's that bit where you've done everything you've planned. I said I would like to have done a wee bit more, but really happy with what I've done just now. The frame of the kitchen is absolutely rock solid, so that's really, really good. But you're just sitting here, you've done your work, you've eaten your meal, you've got your first beer, and it's just a case of sitting down, watching the sunset. Looks like it might be a nice sky tonight as well, so as I said, if I do get any photographs done astro-wise, I'll pop them up later on. But I think I'm in for an absolute belter of a night. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to head into the tent just now, do a bit of reading, and then I'll catch up with you later on. So that's been my sleeping bag, all nice and toasty. So I've actually got the sleeping bag liner in here as well. I said it is a little bit on the chillier side than I was expecting. So I will be putting the sort of front of the tent down later on. But I'm just going to wait and just sort of see if there is any stars around. But no, I just can't believe this tent. It's just absolutely phenomenal. There's so many nice configurations, which I'll maybe have a little play around depending on time tomorrow. But just absolutely loving it. But I'll just turn it around just now. So as you see, I've got all my kit down the bottom there, but I've still got plenty room, plenty headroom. And then you've got the hook at the top and the top just for the light there. And again, you've got the zip on that side, but you've also got the zip on the other side as well, so you can have both sides completely open. Or alternatively, you can have this inner mesh completely taken out, and then it is literally just a shelter. And I think I said that in the review video, but from my point of view, from the bivy bag side of things, it's a great little backup that you could just actually put up and sort of give yourself some coverage if the weather did turn nasty. Okay, so I'm going to head to bed. Early start tomorrow. We'll get the build started for the actual table itself, so really looking forward to that. So barring any incident, I'll see you all in the morning. Good night. Well, good morning, and what can I say, that was an absolute belter of a sleep. That was about 10 hours I got there, so really, really good, really comfy, and it's just beautiful waking up to the noise of the birds in the morning. And as I said, they had the sun coming through the side of the tent this morning as well with a nice sunrise. So really nice, but basically today is going to be a case of work. So I'm just going to get some breakfast on just now, and then we're going to get straight into it and get the main frame for the table set up today is the main task. Okay, so let's get going. know I said this yesterday, but this tent is absolutely brilliant. Just being able to do that with all that ventilation. And it'd be really nice and a nice starry night as well. So, okay, let's get going. Okay, so as I said, the plan is going to be a case of getting the table just levelled off. So I'm going to have a beam going across there, and then drill holes just below that on the opposite sides, table legs dug into the ground, same sort of idea as the main actual frame itself, and then a beam going across the top, again just using the same thing that I've actually done there, basically wedging out an actual section, drilling it and then pegging it. And then it'll be a case of that's the actual frame put up, and then inside the table itself I'm going to have sections. So basically I'm going to have a wood store on the right hand side, and then all my shelves etc on the left hand side, and that'll be really when I come here I can put pots and pans in there, water supply etc etc. But as I said, I'm planning on putting shelves in. I'll show you how I'm going to do that later on. I was calculating it last night though, so on the outer sections of the kitchen table I'm actually planning on, for me to have the wood store, I'm actually going to be having sort of sticks laying along the ground all the way up sort of to probably about the same sort of level as the top of the table. So realistically I'm probably going to need to collect in the region, I think, about 66 sticks. So I've got a lot of work to do on catching resources, or getting resources I should say. So as I said, today's main purpose is really just going to be a case of getting the frame up and maybe putting up one of the sections. And then next time it'll be a case of going up into the woods, getting lots and lots of resources for creating the sort of wall all the way around. And it's just the same concept as the likes of the firewalls, you know, so it's just stick and stick on each side and then just tied at the top. But I'll be using the main pieces here as the inner wall, or inner support I should say, and then the outer support will actually be a stick dug in. So a lot of work to do, an awful lot of work to do. So I'm just going to have my breakfast just now, watch the bird table for a few more minutes and then get going. So some friends of mine have a bakery, and they always take me rolls down every time they actually come to see me. So thank you very much. This is always epic. Their rolls are just absolutely fantastic. So now I've got the smell of wood smoke and also bacon at camp. Happy days. Okay, so I'm just going to finish this and then we'll get going. You've got no idea how hard that is to try and get that as level that, because you're basically, a lot of it you're using eye more than anything else, but that is absolutely bob on. Brilliant. Right, so let's see if this fits. There we go. Right, so unfortunately there's some heavy rain coming in, so I'm trying to do this as quick as I can. Here we go, and the spirit level test. Bob on again, brilliant. I have to say, it's going to be great having this, sort of being able to do my food prepping and everything. I've missed it. Here we go. Absolutely perfect. And then underneath here is going to be the wood store, and also the storage of pots and pans and everything as well, so I'll be putting shelves in. But I said that heavy rain's going to be coming in, so I'm just starting to actually get wet just now, so I'm probably going to have to pack up, unfortunately. Absolutely gutted. That has been so much fun. Again, just making everything solid, so it's really firm, no movement in any of the components. Spot on. Well, that was so much fun. Absolutely so much fun. Brilliant camp out last night in that tent, which is just amazing. And the thing with the tent is, believe it or not, it's only £72, which I just can't get over, so I'll put a wee link to it below. But as I said, getting out in the forest again and actually getting the kitchen built up to the sort of spec that I was looking for is brilliant. But able to sort of build things, and you know, I've got it in my head, I've got the plans in my head, I've drawn out the plans for this particular build as well, but for it to then come together and everything sort of work okay, it's just so gratifying. It really is. So, and also just the garden as well, sort of seeing the garden really progressing. It's just been an absolutely fantastic trip. But as I said, the rain is meant to be coming in, and it is meant to be torrential, so I'm going to pack up just now. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.